Hello everyone, this is Antonio with Team Tiggio, and I'm coming at you with another exciting video. In this video, we want to talk about all of the tools that you would need if you are running a social media marketing agency, digital agency, or you're considering to run an agency in the future. If a lot of people that haven't seen none of my videos, my name is Antonio. I'm the project manager of Team Tiggio, and we are a marketing studio that posts advertisements and edit videos on the behalf of our clients. So we have some insight of what we do every day when we are taking care of clients every day in our marketing studio. We also provide branding, so some of the information and some of the tools and softwares I will be discussing will cover some of those as well. So without further ado, let's dive in and talk about the softwares that we would need. I hear a lot of people say when you start a marketing agency that you basically can start a marketing agency with little to no money. And that is true, because a lot of these softwares start with an introductory where you can start them for a certain amount of days for free, but after that, if you want to increase those services or have maximize the services for the clients, then you probably will have to get some paid clients rather quickly. So let's talk about one of the first softwares that we use in our office, and that software goes by the name of Buffer. Now, Buffer is a software that we use, even though we know they have Hootsuite and they have Later and they have a number of other different type of scheduling software. But in our office, we use Buffer. It's compatible, it's affordable for what we do for our clients. Basically, Buffer, you can schedule up to 25 clients or have 25 social media profiles attached to the price package that we use. So we really strongly recommend that you use one of those softwares. It don't have to be Buffer. It can be Later. It can be Hootsuite. But Buffer is the software that we use. We schedule that software. We design the advertisements. We create the descriptions, the titles, and we schedule the tools. So let's get it down to descriptions. If you're doing any type of website design, or if you're doing any kind of sending emails or any of those things, you're going to need another software that goes by the name of Writing Pro 8, because you don't want to send out emails that you don't proofread, that that is just grammatically awful. So we use Writing Pro 8, but you still have Grammarly that you can use. Both of those writing platforms, they have a free version that you can use. You can put it in the Chrome extensions, and both softwares, when you're writing your emails, or if you're writing a book, or if you're writing any type of your description for a client, the good thing about those softwares is they're going to tell you if your writing is good or bad. If you have a lot of orange underlines in Writing Pro 8, then they're telling you that you're not using, good writing skills. Or if it's in red, then it's definitely a bad sign. So Writing Pro 8 is definitely a software that I recommend that you and your team download, because it's very necessary. Let's talk about if you are designing websites for clients. And when you're designing websites that every client don't have the same needs and wants. So we recommend WordPress. Now, there are other content management systems like Squarespace, Wix, Shopify, but those cloud type web platforms don't really offer the magnitude that WordPress offer, because with WordPress, all you have to do is have a hosting account, a domain name. You can use WooCommerce, and you can definitely use that use that platform to your heart's content. Those other platforms, if you selling on those platforms, then they're definitely going to charge you. If you're selling a certain amount of products on Shopify, they're going to charge you more. But WordPress, all you got to do is have a big enough database, cPanel, and you're good to go. So another tool you would need to back it up when you're discussing about websites, if you're going to need a hosting plan. And we recommend HostGator. HostGator, we have been dealing with HostGator for the past 8 years as a company. Their customer service is perfect. They have never failed me so far. If I call with an issue, they'll tell me what the issue is. So I definitely never have had a problem with HostGator. I know they do have GoDaddy, they have Bluehost, so you don't have to be subjective just to use HostGator. But for us, we have found them to be a very reliable source, and we have been paying them for the last 8 years to host our platforms and the clients that host through us. So we definitely recommend HostGator. All right, to go back into the websites, you're going to need themes if you're designing for clients, and we recommend that you use the Elementor Builder. Now, there are definitely other type builders. They have Beaver Builder, Muffin Group. They have there's a whole lot of different builders. What we recommend, either you go through Elementor and you download one of those templates, because with Elementor for one site is $49. If you get a good deal, you could download a number of different templates through, or use that builder on 100 different sites for a certain amount of money per year. I believe it's like $200-$300 a year. And if you know anything about building websites, you know that each theme, if you're going through Envato or one of them, you're going to be spending anywhere from $49 to $79. So keep that in mind when you thinking about building a website for a client. Make sure that you're putting those type pricing into your price plan, so you would never lose money on the back end of those projects. You can download a free template called Astra. With Astra, you can use the Elementor Builder. And yes, it is a paid part of Astra, but they have a number of different templates that you can use for free, as long as you're using the Elementor Builder. So you definitely maximizing both of those. So we definitely recommend both of those softwares. Another one that you would need possibly if you're running a mini-man operation is Asana. Asana is like me. I'm a project manager here in Team Tiggio, so I have to assign a number of different projects. So it's good if you use a platform called Asana. You can schedule out everything that needs to be accomplished on the back end for the clients. Your team can see the different things and the different tasks that they need to be completed. Once it's completed, it's good to go, and then you can keep everybody abreast using Asana. Another platform you would need if you're editing videos for clients, you automatically know it's difficult to share different type files through email, because email has a limited amount of gigs or megabytes that you can share via email. So you may need Dropbox. I know they have G Suites, but in our studio we use Dropbox. It's a very lucrative tool that we use. It works greatly. For me, I'm using 3 terabytes, which is a lot of space, and that's enough space that you and your team can share back and forth video, large pictures. You can share those. All you need to do is just download a link, and you can share that with a client, friend, or whoever. And with the drag and drop easy platform, it's very easy using Dropbox. All you have to do is put all your files in different folders, and you're good to go. So Dropbox, we have been using that platform for the last 7 years in our office, and it alleviates space from your computer, where you're not having all of this information downloaded on your computer. It's in the cloud. For us, we have never had one of our files hacked, so it's very secured even though it's in the clouds. And I very, very recommend Dropbox as a tool for you and your team. Now, if you're doing any kind of YouTube marketing for your client, you're going to need a number of different softwares possibly for your client. Number one, you're going to need a place where you can download fonts. So we recommend dufont.com. That's definitely a tool, but when you're going on dufont.com, please pay attention, because sometimes they're telling you that this font is free for usage as need, and then there's some people say you can use it for personal use. So if you're designing different type logos or anything for a client, make sure that you're not going to get that client sued in the long run because they're using a logo that was never intended to be for personal use or for business use. So you just read the terms and conditions before you download that font. Next, if you download thumbnails for, if you not downloading, wrong word, if you designing thumbnails for a client, you possibly gonna need Canva. Some people use Canva to design thumbnails. Those thumbnails come out perfect. They come out beautiful. And some people are making a lot of money using Canva. In our office, we use Canva slightly, but we design a lot of thumbnails from scratch, and we use Adobe Photoshop. So you definitely may need some kind of Photoshop software on your computers so you can stay abreast and design great looking thumbnails for the client. Also, you would need, providing the SEO for a YouTuber, you would need a software called vidIQ, or you can use TubeBuddy. But in our office, we use vidIQ. vidIQ for some is $40 a month. I believe we're paying like $40 or $50 a month. And that software solely helps us where we can provide SEO on the client, and we can try to maximize the views, because everybody is only one click away from going viral. And some people can go viral with the type of material, and it may, YouTube may be generous and push your video heavily. But sometimes you're going to need a little push, and you may need vidIQ to be that push. If you're designing business cards, letterheads, or any of those type tools, you may need some kind of icons. So we recommend Flaticon. Some icons on Flaticons are free. Sometimes you may have to pay, but you may need one, that type software. You may need a place to download your icons where you're not ripping people off, you're not stealing from people. And Flaticons is a place where you can download PNGs, take it in Photoshop, you can change colors, and you can definitely do a lot with that platform. Next, we recommend software if you design an advertisement for clients. They don't have the means to provide certain videos, but you need to do some kind of video advertisements. You can use Vidnami. Now, Vidnami is formerly Content Summarize. It's not very, very expensive. I believe we're paying $35 a month for that software. It's a good software to have. And basically, you could take an article, and taking that article, you can upload it inside of this text, inside of Vidnami. And Vidnami, because they have such a big library of video and pictures, they're going to compile everything together. And then once they compile everything together, you can design videos for clients. You can design advertising for clients. So Vidnami, we strongly recommend that platform. We're going to put a link in the description if you're interested in using that platform for your clients, because that software is very, very needed if you're doing some kind of softwares for your client. Another tool that you may need, and that's Moz.com. Now, Moz.com is for SEO purposes. The word SEO means search engine optimization. So if you're doing any type of search engine optimization on behalf of the client, you may need Moz.com. The interface is pretty cool. It's not very expensive, but you're gonna need some kind of tool that will work on the behalf of the client. So in this video, basically, we're just talking about all of the tools that we have to compile and put together to work on the behalf of the clients, because if you're not servicing your clients properly, you're going to see it in the reviews, you're going to see it in the displeasure, they're going to move on to somebody else. So definitely just pay attention to this video. Think about some of the other softwares. We didn't list all of the software that we possibly use, but we definitely want to just talk about some of the softwares that possibly will help your business grow. And once again, this is Antonio with Team Tiggio. If you have any questions, comments, please put them in the description. Put them in the below, and I will definitely read them. I definitely will respond. And once again, this is Antonio with Team Tiggio, and I will see you next time.